Greenland, the largest island in the world situated between the Arctic and Atlantic Oceans, is attracting increasing attention as a geopolitical hotspot. But what makes this icy landmass so significant? Well, it's not quite a straightforward answer, but let's delve into it without resorting to political doublespeak. You might remember a few years ago when Trump proposed buying Greenland, and at the time we found it pretty amusing. Even Conan went to the island for a comedic segment. However, it wasn't all a joke, and today I want to explore why Greenland has captured the interest of major powers, what they hope to gain from it, and whether this could lead to conflicts. So here's the thing. The United States views Greenland as a crucial part of its strategy to counter the growing influence of China and Russia in the Arctic region. To demonstrate its resolve, the US is reopening its consulate in Nuuk and investing in joint projects. This allows the US to exert its soft power and signal to China and Russia that it means business without actually purchasing Greenland as initially suggested. And while the idea of buying Greenland definitely raised some eyebrows, it underscored the strategic importance the United States attaches to the island. Even though Denmark technically owns Greenland, the US wants to ensure it has a say and can control key resources in the area. So despite not acquiring Greenland, the US remains determined to bolster its presence there and maintain its foothold in the Arctic. China, on the other hand, won't make it easy for the US. They never really do. They recently declared themselves a near-Arctic state, akin to me saying that I'm nearly a millionaire. Nevertheless, this move highlights the increasing significance of the Arctic in China's global ambitions. China's Belt and Road Initiative serves as a means to expand its economic influence and gain access to valuable resources, including those found in Greenland. They see Greenland as an opportunity for economic growth and a potential hub for their Polar Silk Road strategy, which aims to extend their presence in polar regions. Yet, China's interest in Greenland goes beyond economics. They recognize the strategic importance of the Arctic and seek to establish a foothold there to advance their geopolitical goals. Through diplomacy and economic activities, China is working to position itself as a major player in the Arctic. By leveraging their economic power and technological expertise, they aim to strengthen their influence in Greenland and enhance their overall presence in the region. And of course, Russia also considers the Arctic crucial to its economy and security due to its extensive coastline in the region. Russia has been increasing its military presence and developing infrastructure such as the Northern Sea Route to establish dominance and protect its resource interests. In Greenland, Russia's strategic focus revolves around gaining access to valuable resources and monitoring maritime activities. By bolstering its military capabilities and asserting territorial claims, Russia aims to demonstrate control and discourage potential challengers. The Arctic plays a vital role in Russia's broader geopolitical strategy, enabling them to project power, safeguard resources, and maintain control over strategically significant areas. Now, with the interests of these three countries in mind, what geopolitical and economic opportunities does this frozen land actually provide? Geographically, Greenland's location grants access to vital shipping routes and abundant natural resources. Positioned at the junction of the North Atlantic and Arctic Ocean, Greenland serves as a crucial gateway connecting Europe, North America, and Asia. Controlling Greenland offers nations the ability to monitor and secure shipping lanes, which brings economic and military advantages. Moreover, Greenland harbors untapped reserves of minerals, oil, gas, and rare earth elements. As climate change melts Arctic ice, previously inaccessible resources become viable for extraction. This potential wealth of resources enhances Greenland's attractiveness as countries seek to diversify their resource supplies, reduce dependence on other regions, and gain a competitive edge in global markets. The strategic significance of Greenland lies in its geographic position, serving as a central hub for potential new shipping routes, particularly the anticipated Northwest Passage as Arctic ice continues to melt. The establishment of this passage would revolutionize global shipping, substantially reducing transit times between Europe and Asia and transforming the international shipping industry. Lastly, Greenland's importance extends to military matters in the Arctic region. Its location allows countries to closely monitor developments and gather critical information about potential threats and adversaries. Thus, by having control over Greenland, nations can establish military bases and infrastructure, creating a strong presence that showcases their power and enhances their ability to respond swiftly to emergencies or conflicts. The United States, for instance, plans to deploy F-35s to the Thule airport in Greenland to operate from there. Considering all these factors, I draw a parallel between the situation surrounding Greenland and the Cuban Missile Crisis, albeit without the missiles or the crisis. For China and Russia, gaining influence in Greenland would bring them closer to the doorstep of the United States, much like how the USSR used Cuba as a strategic launch point for their nuclear weapons. Now let's address the question of whether this could actually lead to war. The short answer is no, and the longer one is not very likely. Despite the economic benefits associated with Greenland, it's important to note that none of these countries actually own it. Denmark does, albeit with Greenland having a degree of autonomy. Consequently, any economic or military endeavors must go through Denmark, which is closer in alliance to the United States than to China and Russia. This alignment is likely to deter the latter two nations from making any aggressive moves. Nevertheless, we're getting into some complicated territory here, so you should rest easy knowing that any kind of war over Greenland is a little difficult to maintain, especially for China, who has trouble projecting power in the South China Sea, let alone a world away from it. As for Russia, they're kinda busy until further notice, leaving us with the most powerful nation in the world to wander about. So while the idea of war is definitely intriguing, there's too much to lose from it just to wait for Greenland to melt. But hey, if you found that interesting, consider liking the video and subscribing to watch similar videos to this, like when we talked about the recent deal Saudi Arabia made with Russia to buy more Russian diesel. To say it rustled some feathers is an understatement. And for now, that's all we really have for you. We look forward to seeing your thoughts down below, and until next time, take care.